But let's move
Smart
over
kids.
to this. We're gonna keep it on math. This is more positive though. Math Hoffa did a interview with Dame Dash, and this is a 2-part thing. This is about Dame Dash, and my question is, why won't y'all leave Dame Dash alone? Dame Dash really be minding his business, and Steve Stoute was on Club 𝔓𝔦𝔑 as well.
Yes.
And in this Steve Stoute Club 𝔓𝔦𝔑, it wasn't in the library or whatever that wherever they normally be at.
A
They
couple
was like,
different locations, right?
yeah, they was
Wonderfully
riding
shot.
around.
It was a movie.
Yeah, it
Nigga,
really was.
I was watching. I was like, "Yo, this is like good."
It was well
It's
done.
very
Yeah.
cinematic. First,
On the block first.
because the first scene it was them in the chair, but it wasn't his studio.
Yeah.
And then
it
Steve
went
was
to the
like,
block.
"You want to see my home?"
Yeah, they
peruse.
did the whole drive-through. Then they hopped out on the block. It really was a movie.
And then
It was
in
black
the car,
excellence.
it was a movie. I know Shannon was having so much fun because the nigga was just
But
like,
there was that little point that went viral where it looked like he was terrified when they was in the project.
Yeah,
Like when the nigga walked up, he was like,
yeah.
like the nigga looked terrified. Of what was
Nigga, he
happening.
got like 3 hit replacements. He can't run that fast no more.
Right,
So
right.
if danger comes, he's
He has to choke a nigga out.
Yeah. So that was good, but I just didn't like that. I really didn't like that he was just like going in on Dame. I don't understand why niggas don't leave Dame alone because like I'm gonna be real.
You don't know him, bro.
I don't know Dame.
I feel like Dame is he's almost like similar to Joe Budden, possibly. For sure.
Untouchable? What you mean?
Just in terms of like
Riling these niggas
attitude
up.
and just kind of being not the best to be around sometimes. You feel me?
I think a part of
Oh
it is
yeah, for sure.
I
for
think
sure.
it's partially that like when you look at the Steve Stoute and the Dame Dash, they're not the same guy, but it's like black
No,
CEOs.
Joe Budden and Dame Dash.
No, I'm talking about Steve Stoute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm comparing them two because I think Dame gets a cultural coolness and significance for being that CEO dude.
Yeah.
That
but
Steve
that'll never go
Stoute
away.
obviously would like for young
Steve
black
Stoute
youth to
is a
look at
legend.
dude.
He's the
He's
one
a
that-
legend, but it's
yeah.
like we got hype and motivated by Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club.
Okay,
He's-
true,
Steve Stoute didn't do that for the culture significant.
I understand.
And I
exactly
think
what
he
you're
kind of,
saying.
I think he looks at a nigga that's like, this nigga's business acumen sucks. He does terrible business, but everybody praises him in that light.
And
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
a
So it's
I can
like,
see
of course
that.
you're gonna keep picking at
I can
this
see
nigga.
people being jealous of just how he's received.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
or people because it sounded like when he was explaining it, like he's almost tired of Dame telling his side of the story where like it kind of just happened. Like, no, like nigga, you was a tirade for years.
Yeah.
And people told you probably should have noticed, but you didn't change. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like you
but-
kind of
I feel like Dame has taken accountability for it. I honestly feel like
Has he?
almost like how
For
Joe Budden
sure.
takes accountability and shit. Like he takes
Nah,
accountability,
I don't know.
but then he just
It's a little
kind of
different.
he does it again, but in a better way.
I don't know. Dame Dash, I think what it is, I think he takes full responsibility. I genuinely believe when I've watched, I've seen so many of his interviews, it feels like he's taking full accountability, but he's so confident that if you don't like him, you're not going to like how he's taking the accountability.
Right,
Yeah.
You know, but it feels 100% like, yeah, nigga, I was the problem. I 100% was the problem. But I also got fucked over, you know, because there were parts of this. Nobody wants to hear that part, though.
Yeah.
You know, he still has that whole thing where Jay-Z's the loved. Like,
Yes.
still to this day.
100%.
So if Jay-Z ain't fucking with you, it's like
Nobody
we're
is.
gonna ignore the part where you might have done Dame dirty, even though Dame did his fair share.
If Jay
It was
Z,
We look at it like he deserved it because he was belligerent.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
And he flew too close to the sun.
he was
And
being
it
a
also
nigga.
feels like, in the last 5 years, when Dame goes out on a tirade, like clapping back at niggas, it's never him speaking on niggas first.
No, people speak on him.
It's always
people speak on
him, and it's like this is a Club 𝔓𝔦𝔑 interview. The fact that we're even having this elongated moment, I don't know, bro. Dame really feels like he just doesn't bother people. He
don't.
At this point,
I mean, it just,
but
it doesn't.
he's paying for his crimes over and over
Still,
again.
it just
that's
seems
what it is.
ridiculous that he's still paying for it.
That's what I mean. That feeling that he's feeling now, that's how people felt back then when they had to be in a fucking office with him. You know what I mean? And it's like he's crying about it now, but that's how everybody felt about him.
Potentially.
And but to what you said, if Jay-Z don't like you, bro, nobody likes you.
Yeah.
XXL don't like you because fucking Rock Nation, the CEO of that
Yeah.
company, She like owns that shit, but yeah.
Yeah, let's watch this. But then we'll read his caption later. But let's just watch what Steve had to say. Oh wait, this is a video. Yeah, we'll hear what Steve got to say about Dame. This is just one moment because he was going to fuck in. He was going in like they just had problems, but based on his caption, they might have just had problems. Actually,
that's another thing that we kind of forgot. Dame Dash did smack the shit out of this nigga.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it after this. We're gonna read the caption. Yeah. But go ahead, yeah, let's play this.
The people around him wanted to meet with other people. Right. People were becoming less beholden to him, but he was unaware of it. Then he would while he was building businesses, which
the disrespect,
partly he would go off all around the world with cameras and girls and all kinds of crazy shit, and then come back flipping out on everybody as if, they were wrong. Yeah. Or like, why'd you guys do all this shit without me? Like, bro, you didn't build a business that was so operationally tight that you could just go away and come back and shit and be the same and all that shit. It wasn't even like that. Jay grew up. Jay wanted more. I think Jay seen Dame's ceiling. I think that's really what it was. Jay seen Dame's ceiling. You can't fault a man for wanting to get better. No, he wanted more, and everybody wanted more. Dame just had a very particular way of approaching it. He's far from stupid. Right. Very, he's very smart. Right. Very talented. Ego through the roof. So there was no working with him. Right. No one wanted to work with him. There was no work. As much talent as he has, nobody wanted to work with him. Jimmy Iovine had this line, when the shit gets bigger than the cat, you got to get rid of the cat. Right. The people around
Shannon.
And Jimmy Iovine, he was a part of that deal, obviously. Yeah. So that's ironic too. But Dame Dash, he just pissed the wrong people off.
These niggas are still, they haven't healed from what Dame did to them.
That's what I'm saying. They're talking about like it was a legendary level of ego. Like,
this happened 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's legendary shit must have been going
crazy.
on.
Granted, he was asked. He was asked this question.
He is. I don't understand why he even included that. But you know what? Maybe we can make this another segment. Isn't it just crazy how like Shannon Sharpe, ever since the Cat Williams thing, it's like he's been chosen to go through, and all these interviews we got at the Breakfast Club already, right?
Absolutely.
But like now he's the person that gets to go back. He's the chosen one right now. Mm-hmm. So he's able to go through every legendary interview we ever saw. It would not surprise me if we see him with Jay-Z by the end of the year, is what I'm saying.
He's the only person who's respected to hear both sides on the same platform over and over.
It's like everybody's getting thrown at him, all the big people are getting thrown at him. Everybody's making the round. He's going to be able to just go on tour real quick and hit all the biggest interviews in the world.
Yeah, Shannon, what he's done to this podcast is just unbelievable. Shout out to
It's kind of crazy in 3 years. Yeah,
shout out to him.
What he's done with the club 𝔓𝔦𝔑. But go back to that.
That's Steve Stoute?
That Instagram.
Yeah, read the caption.
Yeah, we had to read that caption because that was on Dame's Instagram page, and the caption is where all the action is at. Yeah. Okay, this is the reason I smacked the shit out of Steve Stoute a couple years ago, and he tagged that nigga because he always speaking on other men's business. Good thing I've evolved. Stay tuned at Club 𝔓𝔦𝔑. Culture Vulture.
Please
Hashtag,
do it. Please
stay
tuned. Dame.
And that's one call. That's just one call away.
Shannon's team is probably already preparing this.
He's getting up on He's getting up on Shannon Sharpe. Pause.
What?
Like he's getting in that nigga's ass. Pause.
Okay.
Like
you mean
no,
down,
but no pause
you
though.
mean it now.
No
pause in a row.
He's double down.
Just say no Vaseline.
but I don't think Dame's gonna go to Club 𝔓𝔦𝔑. Dame's gonna talk so crazy to Shannon Sharpe.
He's not gonna put it up.
I don't think so, bro. He gonna check that nigga. What the fuck are you bringing
Dame
my name
is
up
evolved.
for? No, but Dame is evolved, but Dame is still a man. You brought my name up unsolicited to a nigga that I don't fuck with, so he could drag me for your views.
You're talking about him pressing Shannon.
I'm talking about Dame pressing Shannon.
That does sound like Dame.
Well, how did Shannon ask the question? Was it in that manner?
Well, but the thing with Shannon being the one is he gets to ask all the questions.
Right.
That we already know the answer to. So He gets to interview these people like we've never had a Steve Stoute interview. He gets to interview Jay, like he's gonna interview everybody like we've never. He's gonna be able to ask the easy softball ass questions that have already been answered on Hot 97, The Breakfast Club.
But he's had questions that are good questions too, though.
He has,
and it's a lot more hindsight on some of these storylines.
Yeah, true. But that's how it's gonna come up.
Because this was definitely my first Steve Stoute interview I ever watched.
Yeah, I was say I wasn't aware that there was.
I've seen a couple Steve Stoute.
But were they legendary? Was he doing groundbreaking information? Like I feel like, I feel like this. Unbeknownst to me, this is the first time I've heard him speak about the Dame and Jay situation.
No, I mean I've seen him at Joe Budden, but I've watched Steve Stoute. I've pretty much seen all the CEOs and music and media. I've watched all their interviews essentially. Yeah, and anybody who's a boss, I've watched their interviews. So it's like that's something that's something I'm seeking out though. You know, if you were watching the Breakfast Club in their golden era, that might be one you skip because you're just like I don't know exactly what you do, but when you know his resume, you're like,
you know why you should try. And listen
why
to
you should because Steve Stoute's that nigga. But you know, I can see why you would skip it too.
So definitely. He's not trying to make me quit my job.
That's why I smacked the shit out of you.
Yeah, I want to know when he smacked him though, because that's the only thing that we haven't been able to confirm.
I've smacked the shit out of probably one person.
You have,
but I still don't. I don't hate him anymore. You know what I mean? I wish.
Smacked him.
Well, yeah, I got it off.
But did you ever hate that nigga?
Nah, he just was. He was just stupid.
You had to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Little young nigga.
But
open hand is so disrespectful.
It is.
It's disrespectful, but it's not like it's
it's disrespectful. It's nothing else.
It's kind of like a pat on the wrist to where it's like I don't necessly want to beat your ass, but it's like just I'm gonna smack you in the face.
Yeah, but
no,
it's the worst that could happen.
Most of the time,
it is.
Niggas
it's worse than
just
getting
get
punched.
smacked.
Yeah.
Most of the time, niggas just get smacked, and it's not a fight.
Nah,
that's what makes it the worst.
That's why it's the worst.
No.
If you get smacked,
like when you smacked the nigga, there was no fight. He just sat there and was like,
"That's why."
It was a little. It was definitely a tussle after. But I wasn't planning on fighting him. I was planning on smacking the shit out of him.
But you smacked him,
which is the purpose.
But you
Yeah.
smacked him and he fought back, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he cannot do anything outside. You can get punched and almost walk away and feel better. But you get smacked, you cannot walk away.
But I also didn't smack him.
A smack doesn't put you out.
Right.
You can still fight after a smack.
Yeah, I want you awake.
Yeah. I actually just woke you up.
Yeah.
I gave you a boost of serotonin, nigga.
Sometimes, every so often, you'll see like a bouncer smack somebody and knock him out cold. Though I do like those where it's like. It's scary because it's like I open-handed you and you're sleeping now. Imagine if I was actually trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
But those are the ones with restraint. Like you seen that one video of the baby security guard? He punched that nigga in the face.
Yeah.
Like he could have easily just smacked the shit out of him. He could have flicked that nigga real good.
Yeah,
and would have did what he had to do.
He punched the shit out of him like it was really an issue.
For no reason.
Was fucked up.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I wonder if he ever got sued for that.
Maybe.
But he's not even. That was when he was with that dude Jack Doe.
Yeah.
He wasn't even with the baby.
He wasn't even with the baby.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But shit, him
and
and
he
the
probably
baby
got fired for these reasons.
Nigga, I would have made a David
Him and the
Lucas
baby
joke.
had beat up so many people in that 1 or 2 year run that they went on. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Race.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Dame said he smacked the shit out that nigga, and Dame also did a interview with Mav Hoffa. It was pretty decent. It was pretty good actually. I enjoyed it.
Dame Dash in a barber chair, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was at the American News Studio.
Oh, was it new?
Yeah.
It had to have been at his.
Yeah, because
because
Dame has already come to My Expert Opinion, so it was just.
So it only made sense.
It was it was a favor for a favor. Yeah, even though Mav was interviewing him, he was doing it on his platform. But yeah, man, it is interesting that like they just keep bringing him up, just because I mean, Dame. And the crazy thing is, as crazy as they say his ego and how crazy his was, nobody's ever called Dame stupid. And like terms when they're like reciting the moments.
And even when he was trying to talk about Dame, he was trying to find the words because he'd hate him. He still don't like him.
Yeah.
But he's far from.
Yeah.
Might have to bleep that maybe, but he's far from stupid. For sure.
I don't think so because they didn't get us last time.
The tart is good.
Mark it though. Mark it though because now it's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Not the I didn't no. The tart. Tart is poop. But overall, I didn't watch the. But the English poop. But I didn't watch the
making shit up like
the
what are you
Tard.
talking
Nah, the
about?
Tard. But I didn't
making
watch
shit
the
up all day.
Nobody's ever said that.
Yeah, I've been making shit up all day. That's what's the first one?
Somebody's heard of that. Somebody's heard of that.
UK listeners.
yeah,
let
nigga,
us know what y'all call.
You heard
puka.
that in your subconscious, nigga. That's where you heard that shit.
Whoa, you sound so smart.
Lord, that's a good one.
You turned into a scientist.
That was good.
That's where you heard that
he said
shit,
that
nigga.
I was almost about to get on him. I was almost about to get on him. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, nah, you sound smart, nigga. Slow down.
That was a really good recall right there. Was that Patreon or was that during the show?
Ah, fuck. It was
That was
Patreon.
Patreon.
It was Patreon.
It wasn't that funny because you got to pay for it. Fuck you, nigga. Yeah, you got to pay for that joke.
Literally.
That shit come with extra shit.
It's not even funny now. You heard it out of context.
Oh my god.
I won.
Shit.
Let's see. Yo, you know what's crazy? Hold on.